right, everyone, we are here with two very special guests. We have Shawn Johnson East and Andrew East here in studio. We're so excited to talk to you guys. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Pumped to be here.
Yeah, we're super excited.
Thank you.
We were just reminiscing on our People's Choice Award loss.
Yes.
Yes.
Our brutal
our
loss.
big loss
When we were
in the
stuck in the
podcast
bleachers
category.
and Meghan Markle beat us all.
She beat everyone.
She beat everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't even think she does a podcast anymore. But we're all still
We're
doing
still
it.
doing it.
We're out here grinding.
That
still.
loss did not push us down, guys. We're still doing it.
I'll be nominated again.
Yeah, I think they got rid of that category.
They got rid of the
Of
People's
course.
Choice Awards as a whole.
Yeah.
Like they changed it to the country
Really?
Choice Award, People's
Yeah,
Choice.
they were like,
yeah.
these podcasters are piping
I
up
don't
too
know.
much. Like, we got to get rid of the whole ceremony.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
We are so excited to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Shawn, congrats.
Thank you.
On finishing.
Thank you.
Very, very huge. I mean, you guys both did such an incredible job.
On Special
On
Forces.
Special Forces. Yes, we're here to talk about
Yeah,
Special Forces.
yeah, we're here to talk about Special Forces.
But I mean, wow, what a journey you guys went through on that show. We want to hear all about it.
Gosh.
Yeah. I want to start by asking you guys, because this was the first season that they did, they let like couples or like Gia and her,
Yeah.
mother-daughter do it together, because normally it's been so individually based. Were you guys originally approached to do it together, or was it just one of you and said, can we both do it?
I had been approached since season 1 to do it, but I had either been pregnant or like freshly postpartum.
Yeah.
And then this
Not the
season,
space to do it.
Yeah, not the space. And then this season they came back, and I remember asking them. I was like, I really want to do it, but how about we both do it? And they're like, yeah, let's do that.
They lowered their standards. They
Stop.
let me come on the show just as the bargaining chip.
Okay.
Well, they probably were like, wait, this is a fantastic idea. And
Yeah.
it probably opened the door for everybody else to have that opportunity. Because when I was seeing, when the cast was announced, it was like, oh, you guys are doing it. And,
Jesse and
Eric as well. And it was like, ooh, this is another dynamic. And certainly watching all the way to the end, you realize that it is mental warfare
It is.
on having your husband or wife there with you. And how, like, did it gradually get harder for you guys? And then all of a sudden you're smacked in the face with this interrogation. Like, how was your mental headspace together as a couple up until then?
I think honestly our mental headspace all the way even through interrogation was fine. I think Andrew, obviously you got the worst of it because you can see through the entire season. It's just who you are. You're like the people's golden retriever. Like you just love so hard and deeply, which is so amazing.
I got roasted in that interrogation though.
But you
Dang.
could see it. Like
Yeah.
they picked up on his just like kind soul, and then they exploited it in the last one, which like the fact that you went out because one, you couldn't lie at all, and two, you just had too big of a heart that it was like too much for you, I think makes me look like I won the frickin' jackpot in human beings for a spouse.
You're hyping me up right now. I appreciate that.
You're
Hey,
the best
it's-
human.
Sweet. I love that.
And that is so true. Because I find like, I've run through being on the show, like in my mind, I'm like, how would I handle all these things or whatever?
Yeah.
And they immediately, like the smallest of smirks, and you're getting reamed out. So I don't.
Yeah.
That's like I would think that would be so tough to go through. And you feel like a smiley guy, Andrew. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's like there's like the corners of your lips like would go up, and I'd be like, don't smile.
Oh man, it was tough. You asked if it gradually got harder.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, like, it was hard from day one. Like the first thing we did, I thought my body was gonna shut down physically, and then they put you through a series of like hard workouts, and then they put you through some dangerous stuff where you're like literally getting hurt. I cracked a rib, my nose got all beat up.
Yeah.
There's many people that had to like medically withdraw, but then there's like this psychological difficulty to it, and so it's just like layer on layer of difficulty. But I will say the last day, it makes everything else look like all fun and games. It's like, dude,
Right.
yeah, it's wild in there.
When you guys get off that bus the first day, what is going through your head? I mean, they're shoving your face in mud. You're like, oh, this is kind of funny, maybe at first, and then it turns really unfunny pretty quickly.
I think there's been enough seasons now that all of us who went into it on the cast this season, we knew like, I don't want to say exactly what to expect, but we knew we were going to get like kidnapped at the beginning. And so we were all very like smirky to the whole concept. And I feel like when they start screaming at you and putting you through this workout, like right off that bus, it's just a way to kind of like smack you in the face with a reality check of like, you think you know what's coming, but you don't. And I think we all went from like, oh, this is so fun to like, oh God, what did we just sign up for?
Right.
Yeah, and you don't want to like smile or joke around too much, because if you do, then you're gonna make everybody like work out. So you take it seriously pretty quickly off the bat. But I'm excited for you guys to do it too.
Even the smiles.
You guys, you wouldn't do it?
I don't know about that.
I actually said that I would.
You should.
Let's go.
But I don't.
Sign
I don't
her
know.
up.
I'm like,
do I want to do that? No.
No.
Do I feel like I could do it? Yes. Like I have a lot of faith in myself to be able
Prove
to do
it.
those
You
things.
gotta prove
I know,
it.
I know, that's it.
But like,
Yeah, no.
I could say that without doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
it-
I don't have to do it, but
But I don't have to do it, but I have a lot of faith. No, I mean,
it
you
just
think
seems like
that
such an
until
incredible
you,
experience.
It does, and
Yeah.
you think that you can do it until you get there, and like you said, you're smacked in the face with reality of what's about to come, and it's so incredible to make it to the end, to finish. When you signed up for the show, and before you got there, was there any part of you that thought, I'm not gonna finish?
I went through a range of emotions. Andrew will tell you. I was so scared to leave our babies for that long that I had like this master plan of I'm not going to get emotionally involved in this show. Like I don't need to prove anything. I'm going to show up for the first day and then I'm going to bow out and go home to our babies. But you're going to stay and you're going to win the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then so quickly, and it happened to both of us, so quickly you show up and you meet these 4 DS staff and it becomes so personal because you hear their stories like off camera and you hear how they've created this course and the meaning behind it, and they parallel it to their lives and experiences of when they lost some of their best friends. And then it becomes like, I can't let you guys down. And after the first day, I think we were both like, we're going to finish it.
Yeah.
Like we have to.
Yeah.
What's the relationship you guys have with them, because with the staff, because you obviously, we all watch you guys get yelled at and all these things, but then when you do those like one-on-one conversations, it sort of seems like a therapy session, and they're pretty good listeners and they have good advice. and then
They really are.
and then like you get your armband ripped off of you and they're like, you're out. And then they're like, you should be really proud of yourself.
Yeah.
You did such a great job. And you're like,
Yeah.
wait, I'm sorry. Like whiplash, like what is it?
Yeah.
So how do you kind of like form relationships with them?
Yeah, the relationship with the DS is a little confusing.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how good of a job. Have you guys ever done anything with reality TV?
No. No. I mean, not network. She
not
has
network.
one here.
It's I mean, I was thinking it was all gonna kind of be a gimmick, and I wasn't sure what to experience or what to expect behind the camera. But you show up there and you actually, I feel like I learned something about myself and then learned something about Shawn, because I think they orchestrate the course by the individuals that are there, and so like the way they interact with you is catered to like what you need. And so there's some people that need like the hard yelling. I think they did hard yelling at most people, but it really makes you like, so rarely do you get an opportunity to have someone who's just gonna like shoot it to you straight like that. It's like you think about all these reality TV stars, you know, going to BravoCon, they have all these fans that are just gonna kind of like tell them what they want to hear.
For sure.
And then you show up here and it's like, you have to get physically stronger.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I guess I should get physically stronger.
Yeah.
And then it's just such a cool, unique experience that you can either hear their feedback and be like, no, they're wrong. I don't need whatever they're telling me I need. Or you could say, dang, that's a good point. So yeah.
But it starts out at the beginning. They're very hard on everybody because they are also trying to figure us out. They're trying to figure out our weak points, what potential we have. And over the course of the 10 days that we did, you know, the actual course, they start to learn you more and you start to learn them, and it grows to be like a better relationship. And they never stop being hard on you. But even on like the second to last day where we're hiking up the mountain and we have chains around our neck, if that were the first day, they probably would have ripped armbands off.
Yeah.
But since it was the second to last day, they knew who we were. And they were so encouraging. Yes, they're still screaming at you, but they're like, do not give up. Even with Brianna, they were pushing her so hard because they're like, you can finish this.
Yeah.
Do not take the armband off. Like, you have to finish this.
But it's funny, the way they deliver that encouragement is still by yelling. And so it sounds like they're mad at you, but they're like, keep going.
Right. It feels like love.
You're strong. You can do this.
Right. You're like, ah.
Yeah.
No, that's so funny that you mentioned BravoCon and reality TV stars like that. It's like a lot of them need to be put on this show.
Yeah.
They need to be smacked in the face with some sort of reality with people yelling at them. But I think we saw that a lot with Gia Giudice.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I think, you know, she crushed it. You guys crushed it together. I mean, I think it's
would
like
have
you
never expected that.
No,
from her.
and I think people judge on the outside.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
when you learn about the fact that she has had to take care of her family and her mom was there and like almost her mom leaving was actually better for her, I think, because it was like, I don't have to carry my mom anymore. Like, I'm going to fucking finish this myself.
Yeah.
And she did that and like gained so much respect from the audience because they were like, oh, this girl is mentally tough for doing this.
She had the coolest story watching the show. It's funny, since we got to watch the show, we got to fill in a lot of gaps of things we didn't even know about our castmates and hearing their stories, but we lived it with them. But seeing her story played out, it was perfect. It's like you have this girl who literally said probably 50 times the first day, I can't do this, I'm gonna quit.
And she just, oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. Or she would like yell back at the DS and be like, stop yelling at me. And we were like, Chia. And to see how much she matured over 10 days and like how much confidence she grew in herself and seeing the DS then gain this respect for her.
Yeah.
It was so cool to see.
Yeah, I loved hearing them talk about her at the end. They were like, man, we really didn't think she was going to make it to this point. And even like right at the end when, you know, like right when they're like pulling that cover over, she's like, I'm not doing this. And they were
This
like,
isn't
you
for me.
can do it. Like, she's like, this is not for me. And she was able to fight through it and stick it out. I mean, that's what I was so... I'm sure, I know Bree's, I'm sure, very proud of herself for making it as far as she did, but because you don't know, I'm sure you don't know in the moment how much time you have left, but like hearing the narrator be like,
I know.
there was 10 minutes left. I was like,
like,
oh no.
The way they painted that was so dirty.
You know, that's such a bummer, but she still did such an incredible job.
She finished. Like she literally finished.
And I think it's so amazing. And Andrew, obviously, you did an incredible job. And I think people expect the guys to do great, right? But when the women finish over none of the guys,
the tiniest ones.
The tiniest one, it's so cool to watch.
Yeah,
and I think it pumps us all up. But we, you know, at the same time, we know you have that in you because you're an Olympian and we have watched you since we were young girls. So being able to sit with you now and just see you finish this course was incredible.
Thank you. I really needed it. It sounds weird to say, but like I was saying the other day, I competed the Olympics when I was 16. And it's like ever since then, I used the Olympics as a cop-out to kind of finish anything else. I was like, I don't need to because I already proved myself. And so that was always my excuse for not going for goals or not, you know, whatever it was. It was a cop-out. And then I went on to have babies, and then our babies became my excuse of like, oh, I just had a kid, I can't do this. And I started doubting my ability to do hard things anymore and to really tap into that like grit that we saw. And so being able to finish that gave me a confidence back that I kind of have lost for a while. So
Well, girls, competition, Shawn, is scary.
Well, let me tell you,
Scary.
I was just going to say, there were moments where you could see in your face, I was like, that's Stone Cold Killer, Shawn. She's locked in.
Stone Cold.
She's absolutely locked in. What, did you go to a place that maybe you haven't been to in a while? Because it felt like, I think gymnastics is so impressive, but just like the mental game of gymnastics is so crazy. And I think with as time has gone on, our gymnasts have been so much more vocal about the mental toll that the sport takes on them, coaching, their body, like everything that goes in on it. And I was like, you know what? I almost see like gymnast Shawn is locking in here. Did you feel that way when you were doing it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I felt like it just came right back.
Yeah.
That competitive side. I used to get so nervous for competitions, like when I was competing, and I learned how to like literally flip a switch and turn it off. I don't know if that's good. I should probably ask a therapist. It's probably not a good ability to have, but so much of this show is something that we would literally pay to do. Like I am an adrenaline junkie. I want to jump out of helicopters.
Yeah.
I didn't mind rappelling off of the 300-foot dam. I thought it was awesome. I even told that to DSQ once, and he's like, that's the wrong answer, and I got punished for it.
I'm sweating as you're
I know.
saying all
Right.
this stuff. I'm
Just
oh my
don't
God.
show any excitement. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But when it came to like pushing through the pain of like the physicality, I literally told Andrew I was singing like 99 bottles of beer on the wall, and that's all I remember. I don't remember anything else, and I can just tune it out.
Yeah.
Did you guys train a lot for this?
We trained for probably a month.
Dude, Shawn was so locked in. It was like she does not do morning workouts, doesn't like them. But for the 5 weeks, I guess we had to
Yeah.
prepare, she was waking up at 4:30.
Yeah.
She bought all these like heavy ruck packs,
Yeah.
50 pounds, and I was like, "Dang, I wouldn't do this unless you put me through it." But
Yeah. Is it and you kind of needed it too, because there's especially with like those chains and everything. I'm like, those chains. Sean's carrying more than probably how much he weighs right now.
Insane.
I was, and I truly. So I was already on like this fitness journey back from postpartum. I knew we were done having kids, and I was like, I just really want to feel strong again. So it worked out great timing. I had this remarkable trainer who really brought me back from my lowest, like in physical shape point. And then when the show called, I had told my trainer, and he went back and watched every season, and he's like, this is what we're going to do. And I remember having the chains on my neck that day, and I was like, if it weren't for Mark, I would be dead. I would be dead. So
Yeah. Well, you guys made it through, and I'm sure all that football training came back for you too, right? Like,
so what was interesting is I feel like I was pretty well equipped with the physical challenges.
You
they
said it
put us
was
through.
literally easy.
Like the
which
chain
pissed
one.
me off.
I know. I'm sorry, but
hey, wasn't it? There's a lot of pro athletes that were on there that
Yeah.
did not make it as far. You know?
Yeah.
it got so dangerous out there. But what's interesting is, the two girls finished, and I think even though they were the smallest physically, like that might have been one of their weak points, although Shawn still crushed it. But like mentally, they were the most, like they were the quickest to think on their feet, which was like really good in the interrogation standpoint. So like no matter what your strengths or weaknesses are, you had an opportunity to like flex it a little bit. And so the football training did help, but only so much.
Do you get to see anybody like when they leave, or is it really as abrupt as it comes across on the show? Because I know you guys are there and they're filming all day, and the way it's portrayed on TV is just like some of these people, either they get sick or they get hurt or they quit, and then they're like, this person quit, bye. And you never, there's no like exit interview, there's no nothing. Like, so when they leave, do you get to see any of them, or they're just gone
They literally are driven to the airport.
and they're out?
Yeah. Like their bags are going like already in the car. The craziest part about this quote show is it's not a reality TV show that was scripted to be like a Navy SEAL, it is a military course or they call it a course. It's a military challenge that just so happens to be filmed. There's no on time, off time. You don't see a production crew. You don't speak to producers. Nobody's allowed to talk to you. You can't ask to go to the bathroom. You can't you're literally in the military for 10 days, and there are just cameras set up like GoPros pretty much around everything.
That's crazy. So the producers are not talking to you at all.
They're not allowed to. You don't see them.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that aspect of this show, because with so many reality TV shows,
Yeah.
you know that there's a producer behind the camera asking a question
No.
to get an answer back.
No.
This is just raw footage.
Very raw. And that's why I think people get so comfortable so quickly, like in the barracks, and they're talking. Like everything is truly a security camera.
Yeah.
There's not even like cameras like this set up. It's just
Right.
like in the corner, and they're running 24/7. They have an entire crew that's watching you sleep and like picking up notes if you're talking, but you don't see anybody.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Obviously, that's how they make it as real as possible. Which
Yeah.
good for them on that, because really, you see these people leave and then they're gone. It's like Randall Cobb was doing so well, but all of a sudden it was just like he was like, that got too real, and then he just like poof disappeared.
Yeah.
It was like, and then he was gone, and I was like, oh my god. It's like we don't even get to hear like what his thought process was, all these things, but it is so insanely intense. And I know they talked to you guys both a lot about your kids and leaving your kids at home, and it was the longest you've been away from them. What did you guys share with them about this show, and did they get to watch maybe some of the crazy things you guys did?
They've seen little clips of
Yeah.
like the helicopter. Shawn was able to keep her uniform and brought it back home. So our 4-year-old's been living in it ever since the show.
Yeah.
He,
That's so cute.
He loves it. He wants to be an army man now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Great.
but I mean, there's quite a lot of. I think they bleep a lot of them out, but there's a lot of swearing. So we haven't shown them all of it. Just like kind of the fun clips. That were,
Right, because I'm like you said, you rappelling down that wall, like that's would be cool to show.
Yeah.
Without obviously all the other parts.
Yeah. Our 6-year-old has seen the most of like all of our kids since they're 6, 4, and 2, and she keeps asking to see more. She's like, I want to watch the army show, and I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm like, I don't know how to explain to her why mommy's getting screamed at and I'm bawling.
Yeah.
Right.
And
You just mute
it. Yeah. So they'll get to see more and more. But like our nieces and nephews are older and they're obsessed with it. They're like watching the podcast and they're watching everything. It's wild.
I hope our kids do at some point watch it and
Yeah.
they're able to realize. I mean, Shawn, time and time again, whatever show she does, she just freaking shows up and dominates. And
So did you.
I hope like our daughter watches it and is just inspired to take on whatever challenge like you have. So
You guys both absolutely crushed it, and I do love that you both had like that mindset of we will get through this, because I very much understand where, like, for Jesse and Eric, like, I totally get it. And it's like, you have your person, and if he's done, I'm done. But I was like, oh, like, I wanted to see, because she was, I wanted to see how far
Jesse could have
how far
finished it.
she could take it. Because it really did feel like the women were crushing it. Did you guys know them before you went on? Yes, right?
Yeah, we live really close to each other. Our kids go to school together.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel you on that. I wanted him to be like, stay and do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I guess
I
maybe
get it,
it's his wife. He knows her best.
For
If
sure.
she's like, hey, if you're out, I'm out.
Yeah.
Then that's fine.
Absolutely.
But you guys, congrats again. So awesome. You crushed it. We did mention at the beginning of this that we were some People's Choice podcast losers together,
Let's go.
which is a very strong bond that we all have.
Yes.
I want to know what made you guys decide to start your podcast together and kind of enter into a business together.
Because we're crazy. We wanted to start our podcast. It's called Couple Things because I got really tired of watching headlines about people getting divorced and hearing people say that if you find the one, it should be easy and you will never argue. And I don't know. I just wanted to kind of break down relationships and marriage and bring in psychologists and just show that the great side of marriage, even though it takes a lot of work. We have a lot of fun talking about couples, and
it's been really nice because we started it right around the time we had our first kid. And the amount of time you get with intentional conversation, like as a married couple when you have young kids, is few and far between. Like, it's not a lot. And so the podcast has really been an excuse for us to have discussions about topics we probably otherwise wouldn't. And I think we're better off for it.
yeah.
That's so true. You don't even really think about that. It's just like the day to day, you're so busy, go, and this is carved out time for you guys really just to talk to each other. What have you guys set any like boundaries for the podcast? What is there anything that's on the hey, we're not talking about this list, or are you guys like, hey, we got to put it all out there?
It's such an I mean, the internet is such a wild place, you know.
That
And,
it is.
It really is.
I'm curious. There's always this pull to, I call it like emotional promiscuity, where it's like, oh man, we could get on there and cry, and I'm sure that would do really well, but it's probably not good for us.
Yeah.
And so as like tempting as that is sometimes to just like, emotionally vomit everything, one of the boundaries we have is like whatever we talk about, we've had to work through it already.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're figuring it out live. It's like, no, if there's like a point of contention, it's kind of been resolved, and now we're talking about what we've learned through that as opposed to just mudslinging live.
Right.
Yeah.
And since it is our life and just marriage can be messy, we have had times where we'll like go to film podcast and we'll end up getting in an argument or like whatever. We'll figure out that it wasn't resolved yet, and we'll just be like, well, cut this one. Just try again.
All right, we'll revisit this tomorrow.
Like, glad we talked about this, but cut.
Yeah.
The cameras will come back to this one tomorrow.
Andrew had an idea of filming a podcast once about our biggest arguments.
Wouldn't recommend it. Would not recommend
And
it.
I don't think any of our biggest arguments are resolved. So we got rid of that one.
You're like, there's still time. Maybe one day you'll be able to revisit that one.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are almost at 10 years of marriage, which is amazing. And I like to consider myself still a newlywed, even though it's been over a year. She is a newlywed.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Same
Thank you.
April. I was September of 2024.
April what?
April 25th.
We're April 16th.
There you
I
go.
love it. I love
Beautiful.
April. That was
Yeah.
like my parents got married in April, friends got married in April,
Yeah.
my grandparents, big,
Wow.
yeah.
I mean, how's it going so far?
Love it. I mean, I love being married.
Yeah.
He's like my best friend in the whole world. Not to make this about me, but like I absolutely love it. Like it's the best for me. So
Yeah, it's been amazing. But that's why I wanted to ask you guys. You know, going on 10 years, and you obviously talk about your relationship publicly and all these things. And I'm sure you're asked this all the time. But you have your marriage advice that you give to newlyweds?
I don't know if we're the people to give relationship advice, but honestly, I just feel like I have the best teammate I could ask for in Shawn, and I feel like she's the most capable, talented woman I know, and she's also the most humble, and it's been so cool, and I'm so grateful for I feel like you've made room for me despite all the things you could do or all your ambitions that you could pursue. It's like you've really made space for our family, which, it's not a necessity by any means. It's just something that you've done intentionally. So thank you.
I know. It's ridiculous. You're the sweetest. I got to marry my best friend, which is the greatest thing in the entire world. But marriage can be difficult. You go through so many seasons of life where things change. You get new jobs or careers and have babies or move, or life just can get hard. And I think something that Andrew and I agreed to very early on in our relationship was to never stop working for our marriage. And I feel like my piece of advice with marriage is complacency can hurt a marriage. You always need to be trying to learn about your spouse and do better for them. And if you can do that, and if you can reflect on your marriage frequently and say, like, what can I do better next week or tomorrow? If you're always trying, it makes it so much better because you get through these phases with a lot more ease rather than tension.
Yeah,
definitely. And I love the way that you guys speak about each other and to each other. It's so sweet. You're so complimentary of each other, so supportive. And I feel like that's so important, right? Because I hate watching like a couple or like put down their wives or put down their husbands. And jokes are fine. Everybody jokes around. But like the jokes that you're like, that one just feels like it was a little too real.
Yeah.
But hyping each other up is the best. So watching you guys do that even here today, I love it. Like that's my favorite part of marriage too as
Yeah.
well. So seeing you guys do that, I love it.
By the way, we've done that, and it's like then you realize that why would you do that? Like this is I can either be married and it could go really well, and we could like better each other, like sharpen each other, or we could just be cutting each other down and then make each other sad. And it's like, why would we do that?
Right.
Like,
You're like, I married you for a reason, and it's because I love all these great things about you. So
Yeah.
why not say it?
Yeah, I don't know.
We've also learned that, like, especially in marriage, your spouse has the most power to either hurt you or help you. And
because they know you're
we've
the
done
best.
it wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done it wrong. And
Yeah.
We've hurt each other, and nothing is worse than that.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about this as a marriage strategy. I was just writing this down, like journaling. I was like, all right, the stronger I can help Shawn become, then the better than she can help me become stronger. And so it's like, it's in my best interest to like pour into her as much as I can, because then ultimately like helps both of us out in a cool way. So
And vice
that's kind of
versa.
been my new.
Yeah.
This is like a revelation as of a couple months
really?
ago. So,
Okay.
I mean,
I'm telling you
It's all
this is
happening
breaking news.
right
I've been really
here.
thinking about this. I haven't told you yet, but I've got a whole
I gotta
notes app.
make you strong.
Andrew was like, when I get on the Chicks in the Office podcast, I want to break this down
I got
to
a
you.
whole notes app for you.
Because we
I'm
are a
sorry.
very
I was-
serious podcast. No, I love it. I love it.
You are right though, and I had someone tell me that it's kind of like a ladder, but it's like each person has to put the next
Deep.
row up on the ladder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because then it's like,
I
you
like
will
it.
continue to climb, but you each need to put one
Wow.
like thing up so that
Right.
you can each both go up.
Exactly, because I
like
think
that a lot.
that is a great example. Because I
Yeah.
think in a great marriage, you both get better.
Yeah.
And it's like you can see that. You could see that happening, like your life growing together.
Well, and you have to also be prepared to like truly hold each other up when you're at your low points. Like marriage doesn't always have to be fun, because we've both gone through phases and funks where it's like, I went through postpartum depression, and that's not fun for a spouse. But he like really lifted me up, and we got through that phase. And then he's gone through phases where I've had to like
Yeah.
you said, you
Yep.
just always
Yep.
have to be
Right.
Someone's working for the other.
Exactly. Sadly, we have to wrap up, but we could talk
Great.
to you guys for forever. We do have one last question. It is our Armani Luminous Silk Concealer question for you guys. We know Dancing with the Stars was obviously a big part of your journey as well, and I think you guys were at the 20th.
Yeah.
So we were there as well. We were on the balcony. I'm like, I think that's we just were up here
You're like,
waving down to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, there.
It's our People's Choice Award loser friends.
They stuck us in the bleachers again.
But the season's been so fun to watch. I wanted to know if you guys have any favorites or who you're rooting for in the finale next week.
Well, so incredibly shocked about last night.
I know.
I
us too.
cannot
So
believe
shocked.
Whitney got eliminated because she is a phenomenal magical dancer. I said week 1 that I thought Robert was going to win, like absolutely hands down. However, Dylan is really coming up in the ranks, and so is Alex.
Yeah.
And so is Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone is fantastic.
Everyone is really
honestly.
so good. That's
It's
why.
a great
So is
final.
everyone.
Pissed that Whitney's gone because she is such a phenomenal dancer.
Amazing dancer.
I think that Robert has this pizzazz in
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
that, like, we love Dylan,
yeah.
but I think Robert's got this just.
Also,
He's just got this spark.
The Prince was zooming on Dancing with the Stars with him. That was wild.
Really,
What?
this guy's got star power.
Prince
William.
What? I did not.
zoomed in to his rehearsal to say, like, I'm just cheering for how you doing. I was like,
good luck.
Right, and then finally Zac Efron showed up after that because I guess Zac Efron
Right, they
was
got-
like, well,
they
they
did-
got Prince William.
Yeah. Calling the big guns. So
Did you watch the
that's-
episode without me? What the?
You were
What
there.
the heck?
no, not the 20th, last night.
gotcha.
No, this would have been watching in the car all day.
God.
The
Yeah.
20th anniversary
20th
was the one
anniversary
that
is when
Prince
they
William.
was Prince William.
He wasn't there.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just me.
Fair.
I took 3 of my girlfriends.
Fair.
Fair. So fair. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you so
And
much.
Special Forces was amazing. And make sure you tell everyone where they can also listen to a couple things as well.
You can listen to Chicks in the Office Relationship Therapy Edition just right here on this channel.
Yeah.
Our show is called Couple Things, and you can find it on YouTube and all the podcast places. So
Amazing.
check it out.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
much.
you. Of course.